I'm starting to think, Jarrod, that storytelling might just be a waste of time for brands. And I'll tell you why. I know this is like a big statement, but it's been on my mind lately. Think about this. How many years, for so many years, we've been talking about storytelling, storytelling, storytelling. But is it authentic for a brand to tell me that it's rugged or that it's dainty? Is it authentic for a brand to tell me that it's like waving the flag for a certain pro-social cause? Am I going to buy the product because you're telling me some kind of a story? Or alternatively, have we crossed the Rubicon now? Have we gone into a new threshold where, to your point, it's not about the storytelling, it's actually about being within the culture, so that the consumer, the brand, and the brand are interacting together within this like cultural this cultural like morphing thing that's happening. I'm not entirely being very clear right now, but is it more about that today and forward looking than just storytelling? Everybody's telling stories. I could hop on TikTok and my uncle's telling stories and my kid is telling stories. Like, is it perhaps like, have we left the storytelling? Or should we leave the storytelling?
I agree with you. I think that the push towards purposeful storytelling is old hat, and I think that, and frankly, I almost think that consumers don't care anymore. I think
it doesn't pass your sniff test.
It does not. It does not. Right? I agree. You're talking to yourself.
Right.
Now, if I said to you, Mark, now I know you drink coffee. If I said to you, did you know that 7-Eleven 60 years ago invented the coffee to go? That they actually invented coffee to go. They were the first ones to have paper cups, coffee machines. Right? Yeah, to help people that were on the go for work, going to their early morning construction jobs. They thought, people probably want to have some coffee on the way to their construction job. We're going to open up our doors and have coffee to go. Now, I think that's really interesting and cool. Now, if I told you that, it's not a story, it's a fact, but I want the consumer to start to tell the story. So I think the job for the brand is to link up to culture, to introduce a concept, but let the consumers tell the story.
Okay, so let's say then this is an advertising post-storytelling world that we're in.
Correct.
Let's define it as an advertising post-storytelling world where now brands need to get the consumers to truly be their evangelists.
Right.
Is that kind of where we're going?
Yeah, that's exactly where we're going. Exactly. Like, I just told you that story. Now, I saw you smile like, yeah, it's pretty cool. But if you just saw that on TV, would you give as much of a crap about it versus what I just told you as a friend?
No, it would go right through. I wouldn't pay attention to it. And what you did was you gave me a certain sense of, wow, I personally, I am a coffee snob. I care about my espresso. I only drink espresso. I would never drink coffee from 7-Eleven. However, now, because you told me this, it gives a certain level of authenticity to 7-Eleven in the coffee vertical.
And I bet you might tell a friend. You might tell a friend tonight. Did you know?
I will definitely.
Right.
I definitely will.
And that's where we need to go. Is I think the whole idea of sparking a conversation versus delivering a message is key.